We would share motivational music, positive music, right? Dreams, like we always talked about having a restaurant on the water, right? It was just, yeah, it was this infinite potential that just got, cut short.
These are Jessica Sherman's memories of her younger brother, Harwin Baring, whose life abruptly ended at the age of 18.
And I remember calling my mom, and she was just screaming. Then I called my fuffard, and I'm like, oh, like, fuffard, Harvin, come here, like this can't happen, basically, right? Like, it's got to be false news. And he says, oh, Nini, put kush nahi hoya. Ode latch goli bajiya, onu airlift karke lage.
Jessica thought she was on her way back in a panic to see Harwin in the hospital. What she didn't know was that he was no longer alive.
Call my brother, Kurdish, and I'm like, hey, like, how's Harvin doing? He said, Harvin already passed away last night.
Baring was shot on October 2nd in 2014. Authorities tied the tragedy to the ongoing gang conflict in Abbotsford that has resulted in the deaths of several young men. For Sherman, if losing her brother wasn't hard enough, the shadow cast by his death over who he was all the more painful.
It's funny, you know how, like, the media says, oh, the South Asian drug dealers, this and that. When he left the house that day, took $20 from his grandma for food. These young kids who are dying or they're involved, they're getting injured, they're getting shot at, there's drive-bys, there's kidnappings, they're all getting portrayed as the perpetrator, not the victim. I think that needs to change. I think we need to have open dialogue about that.
Baring was a high school wrestler who was about to start university.
Days after his killing, we got the acceptance letter from his school. Come September, he's enrolled, and then, in October, he's gone.
Sherman now heads the Abbotsford chapter of Kids Play Foundation, a community-run organization which aims to keep youth away from crime.
She started the mentorship program at the Smesh Punjabi School with over 200 kids, just in hopes of, keeping kids out of that lifestyle, keeping kids on track, because she, for one, understands why it's so important to do that.
For Sherman, volunteering has been a way to turn her pain into power and shift the narrative.
If I'm able to even touch the life of one youth or one family and prevent what happened to my family, I think I just honor my brother's legacy in that.
The Baring family has since created 2 scholarships to honor Harwin's life and trigger positive change in their community.
I want him to remember for who he was, right? Someone that's always laughing, always smiling. I want him to remember for his golden heart.
In Vancouver, I'm Raquel, City News.